Good morning. How's everybody? Happy Memorial Day. Good to see you guys coming on. Let's see. Looks like everybody's on Facebook. Yeah. How's your morning? Happy holiday. Happy Memorial Day. Good. I wore my stars for you today. Well, we're gonna do some yoga, get moving, feel a little better as our day opens up. Hi Dee. Hi Sophia, Michelle. Everybody welcome. Hi Leanna. All right, I'm gonna get on my mat and seated. I hope you join me. We'll get moving. Just take a few moments just to move organically, just kind of lean into some of the stretches. Don't overdo to start. And start to find some of that deep breathing that allows us to connect a little more mindfully to our body and in a healthy way. So just a little bit of movement that makes you feel like you're becoming more aware of how you're doing today, right? We're just not mindlessly moving in, but rather mindfully moving in. When you're ready, we'll begin some deeper breaths in a few more moments. Let a few more people join. Again, maybe some neck rolls. Maybe some side bends or stretching out in front of you. Just move around. Notice where maybe you're holding some tension. And see if you can't ease your body into moving away from that tension. Shoulder rolls are always a good idea. Again, just move organically. See how you're feeling as you start moving into your breath. Good to see you guys. We'll go into some side stretches with our arms coming over our heads next. Again, just feel good as you start to accumulate a deeper, longer inhale and exhale. Maybe change your gaze a few times so you can feel an extension a little different on your back and sides. Let's go into some easy twisting when you feel ready. Include the gaze to try to look somewhere behind you. Again, we're not moving at 100%, just rather moving with ease in our body, seeing where we stand in this moment with our energy. We'll do that again. One more time to each side. Just take your time. Feeling really good, starting to feel more present. Coming back to the center and just moving into some deep, rounded shoulder rolls. Good. How does that feel around your upper back and shoulders as you open up nice and deep through the shoulder rotation? And then we'll add arms. So the arms will swing out in front, up over our heads as high as they can go, and then turn the palms out as you reach back. So palms face each other on the way up, and they turn out on the way back. We'll do two more of those to add your deep breathing. We'll pause in a deep breathing moment where we hold some stillness, but we're just gonna move here first. Hands are gonna come over our heads. I'm gonna have you grab your elbows and just gently pull one elbow up and over to the other side. Just noticing how that mid-thoracic spine is feeling today as you try to open it up side to side. Come back to center, pull back on those elbows towards the back of your room and look up. And then gently tug the heart slightly forward towards me. Good, and then just the opposite. Draw the arms forward, tuck your head down between them, and pull the back of your heart against your spine. Good, let's come back up to lifted elbows back, gaze up, heart forward, and then halfway down, pull the heart back as you pull your elbows forward. Good, let's come back up. Let's slide our hands together behind our head, thumbs support on either side of your neck, and let's just take a moment to palpitate with the pads of the thumbs up and down the outer edge of your neck, right behind the back of the ear so you can feel where your jaw ends up against the skull. And then with support, place the head back, look up, and take a deep breath here. 3 of them. We'll pause the first series of our deep breathing. I want you to feel an expansion from the center of the heart out to the edges of your elbows. Go a little bit slower and deeper, maybe count to 5 as you inhale, pause for a moment, and then 5 when you exhale. Keep your hands together, look forward, and raise the hands up, palms facing the ceiling, and stretch through your wrists a bit. And then drop forward halfway, stretch through the wrists again, and drop your head down. Good. Inhale, nice deep breath, raising both hands back up. And then just let your arms come apart and move your wrists in some big circles as you let your arms drop down. Good job. So let's stretch our legs out. Lift your heels off the floor when you're ready. Wiggle your toes a bit. And then come into a straddle, and we'll come into a forward fold here. If you can, you're dropping as close to the floor with your elbows and dropping your head. Give it a good shake. And I want you to take 3 breaths here. Imagine that all the energy expansion of your breath is moving into the back muscles and expanding the back ribs. Head is hanging freely. That same 5 count as you inhale, fill up the full capacity of your back. And nice and slow when you exhale as well. Take a moment to walk over to one of your legs, look toward the toes, and pull your heart towards your ankle. And then walk to the other leg and do the same thing. Look at your toes, extend your spine, heart forward towards the foot. And then back to the center, walk out as far as it feels good for you today. Pull the heart away from the tailbone, so try to stay away from our big rounded spine and try to keep it a little more in extension. So you're rolling forward toward the front of the hip joint versus the back tailbone. And then walk back in, shake your legs towards the center. Good, let's cross one of our legs over the top and keep the other leg extended. The leg that crosses over, tuck it in nice and tight towards center. Lift up your spine, opposite arm tucks around, and then come into a twist, and we'll hold another 3 breaths right here. I want you to feel like your shoulders are getting broader as you inhale and your head is getting taller. And then exhale, squeeze towards the center of your waist. So you're trying to shrink the waist down. 2 more. We'll adjust to the other side when you're ready. Both legs straight. Crossing the opposite leg, tucking the knee nice and tall right there. Opposite arm wraps around, come into the twist when you're ready. And then 3 breaths, again, arriving tall and broad in the breath. And then shrinking and picturing everything drawing to the center of the waist as you shrink it down with your exhale. 3 deep breaths here. Broader shoulders. Soften towards the front. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Rock right to left. Just ease on down as low as you can go today. Forehead towards your toes. Shake your head a little bit. And then take a moment just to open and widen the jaw as big as you can. Head down. And then release and soften and roll back up. We're going to transfer onto our hands and knees next. Table position. Take your time arriving, wiggle a little bit. Maybe hips will go right to left as you swing your hips. Hands are spread out below your shoulders. Knees are right underneath your hips. And cow-cat when you're ready to take your next deep breath. Cow is an expanded spine, extension to flexion in cat with a strong navel rising up against your spinal column. So you're feeling expansion on your breath and that drawing in of power and energy towards the center core as it powerfully lifts up in cat. So inhale, cat. Exhale, cat. Let's do 3 more, focused on deeper breaths. We'll hold that final cat. Curl your toes under. Let's sit back. Look at your hands for a moment. Push into them and push back even further into stretching the toes and the soles of the feet. And then walk your hands forward, maybe 1 step. And you're going to come forward into knee plank and right back into your stretch. And just do this at a rate that feels good to you. Every time you come over into knee plank, I want you to feel the power of your core engage. And then push the tailbone further back, dropping your ears between your biceps. If you'd like to increase the strength of the pose, the challenge, come into full plank, drop the knees back to the stretch. We're just going to continue here at a level that feels good to you, either lifting the knees in plank or keeping them down. Either way, we're pumping some extra awareness and inspiration into the core. We're going to do 1 more. Back to your plank or knee plank and hold here for 3 breaths. So think about those shoulders getting broad. Push into your baby finger, maybe a little more. Draw the head forward and the heels back and drop that tailbone just a bit. So that big, broad, deep breath. 1 more. Drop the knees on the exhale slowly if they're up. And come back to pointed toes, child's pose. Extend the arms. Let's bring our thumbs together until they're touching. Push down into the pads of the fingers as you drop your ears lower. Feel your ribs expand out to the sides. Inhale and exhale. Good. Walk to the right with those hands. Push into the floor here. Dropping your nose as low as you can towards your right knee. Feel your outer left rib. Receive more of your breath and attention. And then walk off to the left and do the same thing. Drop your nose. Bring your mind, your energy to the right side as you expand. Back to the center when you're ready. Push into those hands. Drop your ears. You might notice that it's much easier this time. You've opened up some space, much needed in the lower back area. Walk your hands towards your knees. Let's place our hands on our kidneys, pulling back with your shoulder blades, looking up at the ceiling. Feel the hands start to rise up slightly on the back like you're encouraging a higher, more open heart here. And then look forward, flip your hands so the back of the hands are now on your lower back, and draw your elbows forward as if to try to touch them, and drop your head down. Push firmly on your kidneys. Take a deep breath and try to push into the hands with that inhale. 1 more. Inhale, push against the back of your hands with your inhale. Good. Go ahead and look up. Place your fingertips on the floor. Pause here or push into the shins and lift the tailbone. Big stretch all the way on the front chain of the body. Push down with your shin bones. Lift up with your heart. And we'll drop the tailbone down. Let's come back to table. Set the table up nice and strong, straight spine, and lift your right leg behind you, maybe adding the left arm. So again, we're working on brightening up through the spine, gaze is forward, right heel is as high as it can go, and your left thumb as well, nice and bright. Good, drop your hands, stretch your foot across the opposite side of your mat, and take your hips over to the right as you look to the left. Good, you're gonna look back to the right, swing your knee up high over to your right shoulder and stretch straight out from your right hip, dropping your foot, and then nice and tall with your right hand when you're ready. So a nice twist in the spine. You're opening the twist here. Push into your right foot and reach back with your right hand. Look up. Drop that right hand now underneath the left arm. Drop onto your ear and maybe guide your left hand out in front of you to the top of your mat. Take a full breath here. Take time with it. Feel it expand you, and then exhale, draw back in. Let's go ahead and slide the hand back next to underneath the shoulder again, and then lift back up to that beautiful extension. Push into your right foot, reach back with your right hand. Good, coming on back, and back to table. Inhale and exhale, straighten your spine. Left leg is gonna lift up behind you. Right arm option to lift up as well, gaze is forward. Brighten the pose as you breathe here. Get that left heel a little higher, your right thumb a little higher. Drop your right hand. Let's go ahead and drop that left foot across the mat and look for it. Turn your head and drop your hips further to the left as you look further to the right. So stay here. Find that space as you enjoy the stretch. Good. Change your gaze back to the left. Pick up that left leg, swing it over towards your left shoulder, extend it out, and drop your foot straight out from your left hip. Sorry, here we go. Left arm up, look up, reach. So this pose can really start to unfold as you pause and take another deep breath. Left arm's going to drop underneath the right next. Lay onto your left ear, and maybe extend your right hand to the top of your mat. So again, the option is to just do whatever works in your body today. Every time I move into more challenging or deeper stretches, you can always just minimize and do what works in your body. So we're not trying to hurt anything or increase any inflammation or pain that might be in the body. We're rather trying to move energy in the body successfully. Sometimes less is more. Slide your hand back where it was. Come back into that big open stretch again. Take some time to open up here, deep breath. We'll return to table position next. So take your time when you're ready. Good. From here, we're coming into a squat at the back of the mat. So knees are about narrow. They're about hip width apart or less. Curl the toes under, and when you're ready, just bring the knees up off the floor. Fingers are on the floor, or you're going to extend the spine, loosening up any grip of the fingers on the floor and draw them over your head. Again, the option is to keep those hands down. Challenge yourself to lengthen your spine no matter where your arms are. Good, gaze is straight ahead. Spine is nice and bright. One more breath here. We're going to go ahead and do some flowing from here. So down with the hands to the mat, drop your gaze and drop your heels as your hips come up. Forward fold. Good, back to a squat. Some of you might require a modified squat like I'm in now, or the full squat where we were with the hands up or not. Exhale back to your fold, and you're just going to continue at your own pace. When you're ready, back to your squat, the one that fits your body today, that invites more energy and space and not pain. And you're going to breathe in and out those deep breaths in both poses, inhaling to your squats and exhale to your folds. Let's do about 3 more of those. We'll all finish in a forward fold when we're done. Maybe grab our calves, keep the knees bent. Draw your elbows to the space behind you and your head even lower. Walking into down dog is next. Drop your hands, take your time, and big steps with those arms forward. Let's go ahead and pedal our legs. Give your head a good shake and look behind you as we choose our drishti towards the back of the room. Let's step our feet out wide. So maybe your baby toe is off the mat, or a few of them, heels slightly turned in, and push back until your heels hopefully touch the floor, and tilt the tailbone towards the sky as you look back. Looking at your drishti, one more breath. Good, walk your hands to the middle of the mat so you're in this smaller dog, and then take your left hand over your outer right calf, bend the elbow, and look through the right arm to the right side of the room. Drop the head as low as you can, pull your head down towards the earth. One more breath here. Left hand back on the mat, right hand over your outer left shin, bend that right elbow and pull your head underneath your arm, looking to the left now. Lift your tailbone, breathe in and out, drop your head lower. Replace the hand, walk your hands back to your feet, forward bow, drop your head, elbows wide. Good, bend the knees, come into a big squat, either fingers on the floor or hands out in airplane, extended, lift the navel, whichever one you've chosen, towards the spine. Crown of the head, reaching to the front of the room, you're looking at the top of your mat. Good, drop the hands down, don't touch the floor, and out of the squat, rise up into standing, star. Hands open up, stretch, and turn your gaze to the ceiling. Drop your right hand to your waist and stretch to the right with your left arm. Inhale back to star, drop your left hand, right arm over your head, stretch all the way over to the left. Good, inhale to star, exhale to cactus, drop back into those shoulder blades. Good, take a deep breath and expand your arms now. And then exhale, hands to the heart as you stand tall. Good, inhale, stretch up with both hands still together, drop the tailbone. Exhale down into your squat, elbows to your thighs. Again, modification, just don't go as deep. Inhale all the way back up, exhale back to your squat. Let's do 3 more of those. Just power into the strength of your quads and glutes here. Push down with your heels. On your last one, you'll hold the squat and open into horse. Get those knees to pull apart, elbows right over the top. One more breath. We'll come back to star on your next inhale. Big stretch here. Star is about opening, brightening up, and radiating. Beautiful. Hands to the heart, soft spine. Let's come down to a fold and walk your feet back to neutral. Walk the hands into down dog. Press back with your hips. Drop your heels and bend your knees. If you want to pedal a few times, if that sounds good, do that. Forward to plank when you're ready. If you're ready to add a chaturanga, pause in your chaturanga. And then drop the knees, everybody to up dog, and then into cobra. So baby cobra is a nice option for those of you who need a little less stretch in that lower back. Everybody drop your shoulders down, look to the right. Keep breathing here. Bring your gaze back to center and look as far as you can to the left. Back to center, your elbows are in, tighten them up, and drop all the way down with your nose. Push back to child's pose when you're ready. Great job. Let's come into down dog and move our practice to the top of the mat, traveling there with small steps when you're ready. When you arrive, swing right to left with the upper body. Fingertips are on the floor, so that might require you to bend your knees quite a bit. That's okay, keep them bent. Head down, right there, good. One more time, right to left, and then you'll come back to the center. Make sure those feet are as narrow as you would like them to be. So more advanced practitioners, maybe as close as the big toes together. Otherwise, some space between the feet. And then roll. Fingertips on the floor, lift the heels, and then lift the toes. And we'll just do one more of those. Just really brighten up the extension of the foot. And then bend the knees. Swing the hands behind you as you look forward. And swing your hands in front of you all the way up to stretching tall. Good, let those hands fall behind you. Let's try that again. Reach back, look forward in a squat. Swing to the floor, come up to standing, stretch tall, and let the hands come behind you, exhale. One more time, hands stay back, stretch into a squat. Swing to the floor, all the way up, and let them come behind you. Good. Let's come into mountain pose for a breath. Stand tall here. See if you can bring your head up even higher, shoulders lower. Drop the tailbone. On your next inhale, swing the hands out wide over your head and into your heart. Beautiful. Keep your hands together. On your next breath, stretch them as high as they'll go, and we'll swan dive to a fold. Arms open up in airplane. Spine stays extended as you fold from the hips, and bend the knees, touch the floor. Head down, half lift up. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Hold a breath here. Longer in your back. Try to drop those heels a little lower. Forward to plank or your chaturanga. Up dog. Cobra. Lower the nose. Push back to child's pose. Downward facing dog. Stay here for a breath. Head lower, heels lower, hips higher. And travel to the top of the mat. You might be ready for a giant step or even jumping whenever you're ready. Check out the placement of your feet. Inhale, half lift extension. Hold here. Good. Reach your arms behind you. Bend into that squat. Gaze forward. And then drop the hands and reach over your head. Stretching tall. Look up. Exhale, release your arms. Hands stay behind you into your squat. Swing the hands down and then all the way out of the squat to a full stretch. And release behind you. One more time, hands behind you. Let's squat even deeper. Drop the arms, come out of the squat all the way up and drop the hands behind you. Good, hands either placed on your lower back or laced together. Let's come into a gentle back bend here, one that feels like it's just giving you an opportunity to breathe deeper. Good. And then look forward and try to look down between your toes into that downward gaze. Look forward, lift the arms as high as they'll go today, and drop the tailbone. Swing the hands all the way over your head and let them go out to the sides. Mountain pose. Swing over your head, deep breath. Exhale into your heart. Inhale, hands together over your head. And back to the swan dive. Halfway down, pause just a brief moment, and then all the way down, touch the floor. Half lift, look out in front of you. Exhale, choose a different leg and step back to down dog. Big stretch of the hips back. Drop your head, look to your drishti behind you. Good, plank or chaturanga. Up dog. Releasing to a brief pause in cobra. And nose all the way down. Back to child's pose. Anytime you need a break, you know you can just pause and work into those breaths that we practiced at the beginning of class. Downward facing dog if we're moving on. Preparing to get to the top of the mat. Either jumping, leaping, lots of little steps, whatever works. Half lift extension when you arrive. Exhale down. Half lift extension. Come into that squat we've been practicing. Arms behind you. Lower those hips. Look forward. Swing them out in front of you to a big stretch. And palms release behind you. Try it again. Hold the squat even deeper. Swing the hands all the way up when you're ready to breathe. And down. We're doing it one more time. Let's come into the lowest squat you can. Hips a little further back. Swing down and rise up out of it. And let go behind you. Mountain pose. Hands over your head. Deep breath. Last one. Hands into the heart. Inhale, stretch brightly above the head. Swan dive when you're ready. Hinge at the hips. Pick up your tailbone. Bend the knees, touch the floor. Half lift. Down dog. Plank or chaturanga. Up dog. Cobra and a release. Child's pose. And down dog. 2 breaths here, please. So we're just finding a way to really motivate our mind and body to create a much stronger connection so that our movements are more powerful, our ability to choose to move into the practice more free. So the stronger you feel, the easier it is to make those choices to move into stronger poses, right? When we're feeling fearful or unsure, we're hesitant. So this powerful flow, this movement of breath is all about just empowering you to take a stronger stance. So we're going to come into some warrior work next, some eagle and warrior. So those poses are going to further enhance the power that you're going to be instilling in throughout you. So when you're ready, let's get to the top of the mat and start some of that. Again, feet are a little narrower, head down, fold, inhale, half lift. Exhale, if you want to try a reverse swan, come out with airplane arms, bend the knees a little, press through the feet. Spine stays in extension, mid-back gets a little more powerful to raise you up, all the way, hands over your head and into your heart. Good, step out a little wider, open up your arms, palms up, thumbs to the back of the room. You're looking up here, you're holding that powerful breath, and then you're going to exhale, look forward with a straight spine, palms down, cross your right arm over your left. Good, palms up, swing them back again, that powerful inhale. Palms down, left hand swings as far as it can over the right. Let's try it again. Inhale, right over left, exhale. Inhale again, even brighter. Exhale, left over right. Good, let's come back one more time. Take your right arm over your left again, and then hold your shoulders. Roll around a little bit, relax, drop those shoulders forward slightly, and then drop your head as well. Good, look forward. It could be you're able to come into full eagle from there, otherwise hold the shoulders. Right arm over the top of the left, looking forward. Feel what's going on in your shoulders here. Try to stand taller. Pick up your right foot and step over the top of your left. And we're going to do a little side bend here. So continue to gaze forward. Lift up through your core. Press down into that left foot. And slightly lean out to the left. Good. So just keep going as far as you can. A little awkward, a little strong in that breath. Good, come back to standing really tall, eagle pose. Bend the knees, squeeze the inner thighs, and maybe place that right foot behind the left calf so you're only standing on one foot. Again, these are options. Strong breath here, looking forward. Good, we're going to try to push down with that left foot and rise up, bringing the right knee up in front of you. So if you have to drop your toe, that's okay. Let's try a little external rotation on that right hip. Bring the knee out slowly, and you're going to go into a lunge back with that right foot. Step onto it. Warrior one, eagle arms. Good. Inhale, look up at the ceiling, and try to lift the elbows and hands up in eagle. Beautiful job here. One more breath. When you're ready to exhale, you'll look forward and drop those elbows as low as they can go. And then open the hands down and over your head to warrior one, stretching brightly over your head. Exhale, swing those arms behind you. Either hands on your lower back or clasp the hands as you stretch the heart open as you look up. Pause here or humble warrior. Head down right to the inside of that left knee. Arms extending as far over the head as they can today. Push into your back heel. Push into your front heel and rise back up until you're looking at the ceiling. Swing your hands back over your head. And we're coming into warrior two. Drop that right hand back towards that right heel and extend those arms. Bend the left knee a little deeper. Beautiful. Take your time in the pose. Really feel the power of your legs pushing into the earth and the arms reaching far from center. Good. Here we go. Let's have a peaceful warrior here. Right hand light on your right leg or swinging across the back of your waist. Left arm reaching over your head to the back of the room. Back to warrior two. I'm going to have you bring your right arm over your head as you drop your left arm. Left leg is forward, right heel comes up. So you're facing forward, right hand up, left hand down, left leg forward. Drop your right hand forward, so opposite hand is forward. Pull your left hand back and you're in a twist. Let's do some windmilling here. So when you're ready, drop the left, lift the right, and return to warrior two. So the back heel is going to lift again as you lift the right hand back up and right back into the twist. Squeeze the gluteals, drop the tailbone. Let's try it again. Lift the right, reach back to warrior two. Inhale, bring the right hand up, left down, and then into your twist. Can you drop your back knee just a little more? Let's try it again, warrior two. Forward warrior one, windmilling to a twist. Back heel is up off the floor. And one more, warrior two, stay right here. Back to the twist, stay right here. And then let's drop our right hand next to our left foot and come into a twist. Look up at that hand as it reaches to the sky. Try to pull the left hip further towards your right heel. Pull the left knee further towards the front of the room. Good. Drop your left hand down. Take a moment. We're going to drop our back knee and head towards crescent moon. When you're ready, either hands to your lap or over your head. Tuck the tailbone as you draw the hips back and then lean into the pose with that tucked tailbone. Core strong. Take a deep breath. Look up. Good. Open the arms halfway back. Thumbs trying to touch behind you as you look up. Drop them just a quarter more, so really feel the fingertips moving away from the crown of the head. Frame your left foot as you look at it. Take a breath, curl your right toe under and step to the top of the mat. Let's go ahead and give a good shake to our head. Take a deep breath. Place the feet where you need them to be. Half lift extension when you're ready. Exhale. Try a reverse swan. Arms come out like airplanes. Press through the feet and rise up. Hands over the head and into the heart. Good job. Take a breath here in your mountain pose. We're going to do everything on the other side. So a big stretch horizontal with the hands, palms up, look up, feel that big stretch. Left over right, palms down. Going into the right next, inhale, big spread of the chest and hands. Exhale, right over left. Let's move on. Inhale, full stretch. Left over right, and grab your shoulders. Here we go. Nice, easy, organic movement here. We're just moving where it feels good. Head is down. Roll around a little bit. Notice how that feels as you hold your shoulders. And then stand up, stall, crown of the head high, and maybe move into full eagle. Not for everybody. Holding your shoulders might be better for some of you. Notice how that feels as you drop your elbows, but rise up through the head. Pick up that left foot and step over the top of your right. Maintain a strong lift throughout the core, through the crown of the head, and a side bend to the right. So you're just taking it to where it feels like it's a bit of a struggle, and try to breathe there. Come back up nice and tall, everybody. When you're ready, that left knee is going to come up in the air right in front of you. You're going to hold here without holding your breath. So nice, strong, fluid breaths here. Powerful inhale. Try an external rotation, knee up high. Good, and then step behind you into that lunge. Warrior One, eagle arms. Good job. When you're ready, gaze up at the ceiling. Lift the hands and the elbows to where you're gazing. Do the best you can. Breathe into that mid-thoracic spine. Right back behind the heart. Deep breath. Hands are going to come back down, elbows down as far as you can. And then drop the arms, swing them over your head to Warrior One. Look up, powerful breath here. Push down at the feet. Exhale, drop the arms behind you, either hands on your lower back or laced together into that back bend arm extension. Stay here or humble warrior. Direct the right ear to the inside of the right knee and extend the arms forward as far as they'll go today. Remember, you'll get more space if you relax into the pose. Legs are strong, shoulders are relaxing, hands forward. Push down with your back heel. Push down with your front heel to rise back up, gazing back to the ceiling. Swing the hands back over your head. And let's come right into Warrior Two. So you might want to stretch your stride out just a bit. Bend that right knee, right hand reaching far over the front of it. Peaceful warrior. Right hand is reaching back to the back of the room. Left hand is either gently resting on the left leg or wrapping around the back of your waist. Expand your breath here. Feel powerful. Push through your feet. Back to Warrior Two. Working on those windmill arms. So you're going to drop your left hand and lift your right. Pick up your back heel and come into a lunge twist. Right hand reaching back, left arm reaching forward, right knee is forward here. Good. Lift up the left, drop the right, and return back into Warrior Two. Heel anchors down again. Let's try it again. Drop your back arm, lift your front arm, twist all the way around. Hug the hips towards center, lift the pelvic floor here. Drop your back hand, lift your front hand, back to Warrior Two. Good, when you're ready, start again. Right into that twist. Use your powerful breath to take you into your challenges, feeling the confidence, the courage. Stay here a little longer. Good. Drop into the windmill and stay in the twist a little longer. See if you can drop your back knee and hug a little bit more into those inner hips. Good. Drop your right hand, lift your left, both hands over your head, and then drop that left hand down next to your front right foot and into a twist, everybody. Look up at your right hand and breathe here. Remember, any modifications you choose, let them empower you. Don't feel like you're weak because of a choice. Feel strong because you've made a good choice for whatever it is you need today. One more breath in this powerful twist, expanding your shoulder blades. Then we'll drop our right hand to the floor and drop the top of our left knee down. Getting ready for crescent moon. Hands either to your lap or over your head. Back up a little bit with your hips, tuck the tailbone underneath you, and then lean forward with a strong core. Stay here, create more space in your spine, maybe gaze up. Arms are going to drop halfway, thumbs reaching to the rear of the room, you're looking up. Try to drop them just another quarter drop. Feel the tips of the fingers moving further away from your center. Look towards your right foot. Place your hands on the floor. Good job. Let's come into down dog from here when you're ready. Pedal out your legs. Shake your head. I want you to just pause for a moment in down dog and notice how you're feeling. Hopefully you're feeling more powerful, more connected, more present, and notice how much you do like to feel in this way. So it's about reminding yourself about the good feelings so that we can arrive there again and again whenever we want. We're empowered to do so. Any of those poses that lit you up and helped you to feel more courageous, more powerful, return to them. Return to them whenever you want, when you need a lift in your day. Holding down dog still, one more breath. Lift the tailbone higher. Try to drop those heels toward the earth. Good job. Inhale to plank or chaturanga. Up dog. Cobra is next. All the way down with the nose and child's pose. Great job today. Great job. Press into your hands, push the hips further back, drop your head as low as it'll go, and take a deep breath into the shell of your back. Even the outer ribs feel your breath. One more time, feel expanded, feel full breath. When you're ready, we'll sit up and shift onto our tailbone. Almost done, everybody. A few more minutes. Good, how are you feeling? So I think it's important to check in with how you're feeling throughout your practices and just say, is this something that is guiding me to be better? Whether it's mentally, physically, or both. Just so you're having that experience of just feeling a little better. That's what our goals are, right? By the end of our classes, we have improved, no matter what that might mean for you. I'm going to have you either take a strong seat core, strong back, or you can place your hands behind your thighs if you need to. Just either way, keep the breath flowing, stay strong. When you finally arrive on your back, bring your knees into your chest and rest your head. Just rock right to left. And when it feels like you might be ready, happy baby, or simply pulling the shins apart. So again, you're choosing which version of the pose really just helps you to feel more open, more energized. Take one more breath, try to slow it down and expand the belly. Shoulders relaxed here. Turn your head as far to the right as you can. Let go of the breath there before moving to the other side. When you're ready, reverse, turning the head as far as you can to the left and experiencing the breath. Back to the center, knees back into the chest, and then try to bring your nose all the way to your knees. Head safely back to the mat. Feet on the floor, walk them out until they're as wide as your mat, and start some windshield wipers. So easy flowing of the knees in a full range of motion here. Good. One more right to left. And then we'll keep our knees all the way to the right and stretch back with both arms, grabbing a hold of that left wrist and pulling back. Feel that full breath move into your left body. Let's switch sides. Knees fall all the way to the left. Arms stretch back again. Grab your right arm and pull back. Feel that full breath fill up the right body. So you're really powerfully acknowledging a directional breath here. Great job. Bring your hands back towards center, knees up, and fold the feet together like a book. Big toes, baby toes touching, and then let the knees fall apart in cobbler. Shuffle your shoulder blades down and open the arms. 3 breaths, eyes closed. So at the beginning of class, we counted to 5 as we inhaled, paused, and then slow exhale 5 or longer. You're going to do 2 more in this pose. Just experiencing what it feels like to be right here, letting your back slide into the earth, your jaw relax, and your belly fill with breath. When you've completed that 3rd breath, you'll just take your time and come into a Shavasana pose that works for you today. Some of you might like constructive hip pose. feet are out nice and wide, wider than the mat, knees fall together, or those stretched out legs. So for Shavasana today, please feel free to stay here longer than I keep you. I've got about 2 minutes and then I'm going to close class. So just please, if it feels like you'd like a longer Shavasana, stay where you are. Close your eyes if you haven't had a chance to. Take one more of those 5 count breaths in with a pause and at least 6 to 7 breath count out. And then just let go of any control of your breath and simply observe. So you're allowing the body and the mind to connect on a soft, natural rhythm of breath. So you're not trying to construct or do, just be. Inhale and exhale. Notice your back getting heavier, the muscles responding to your gentle release. Feel the weight of your hands and heels on the earth. 2 more breaths. If you're going to come out of that Shavasana with me, go ahead and wiggle your toes and fingers. Come into a bright star stretch, just here on the floor. Stretching the arms as far behind you as you can, the toes as far forward. Hold that stretch, powerful extension. And then soften and exhale. Let's roll to one side. Let's come back into our seated pose to finish class. Thank yourself for just showing up today. Rise up through your head, hands together in front of your heart. Take a moment, again, check in. How do you feel? Remember that we arrive here again and again through our practice of yoga. Notice how you feel. Take one more breath. Thank yourself for showing up. I thank you as well. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.